I'm Abby and I'm going to show you how to play If I'm Being Honest by Dodie. I did a cover of this last week, so if you want to check that out, it's right here in the corner. We're going to learn a simplified version in a different key from the original, but if you want to play it in the original key, you just have to put a capo on the first fret after you learn these chords. Also, there's a lead sheet in the description if you want to follow along. So let's get started. First, we're going to learn the chords, and they're all down here. If you already know them, feel free to skip ahead. So our first chord is A. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the third string and your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and this is A. Then our next chord is A major 7. You're going to switch these two fingers. You've got the first finger on the first fret of the fourth string and your second finger on the first fret of the third string. And here's A major 7. Then our next chord is D, and you're going to take these two fingers that you had here and slide them up to the second fret, and then add your third finger to the second fret on the second string. And here's D. Our next chord is A7. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the third string, and now here's A7. Our next chord is D minor. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the second string, second finger, second fret of the fourth string, and your third finger on the second fret of the third string. Here's D minor. Our next chord is E7. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the fourth string, second finger on the second fret of the third string, and your third finger on the second fret of the first string. And here's E7. Our next chord is F sharp minor. You'll put your first finger on the first fret of the third string, second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and your third finger on the second fret of the second string. And here's F sharp minor. And then our next chord is F augmented over C, which is a chord that you won't come across very often. It's going to be kind of unique to this song. So keep our first finger where it is on the first fret of the third string. Then put your second finger next to it on the first fret of the second string, and then put your third finger on the second fret of the fourth string. And here's F augmented over C. So to play B7, you're going to put your first finger on the second fret of the second string, your second finger on the third fret of the third string, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string. And here's B7. And then our last chord is G. You're going to put your first finger on the second fret of the third string, your second finger on the second fret of the first string, and your third finger on the third fret of the second string. And now here's G. So now let's get started with the intro. We have just 3 chords. We've got A major 7, and then we have D. So let's look at our strumming pattern. We've got down, down, up, down, up. And we're going to play 2 of those on A. So we've got down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Then we have 1 on A major 7, down, down, up, down, up, and then 1 on D, down, down, up, down, up. All together, it sounds like this in the progression. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that's the intro. So now let's go on to the verse. This is actually the same chord progression for most of the verse. We're going to play this progression 7 times. And then we have something just slightly different for the 8th time. On the 8th time, we're going to do 3 of those strumming patterns on our A chord, and then 1 of them on our A7 chord. So here's that 8th time. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now A7. Now I'm going to play through the whole verse so that you can hear what it sounds like and play along if you want. 1, ready, and I was told this is where I would start loving myself. Now this is the 2nd time of the progression. Now 3rd time. Flirting's delicious, proved to be beneficial for mental health. Now we're going into the fifth time. All of my best bits rolled forward, collected, displayed. Now the last time through, but sadly I just think that I was disgusting today. Now it's different. And now third time, and A7. And that's the verse. So now let's go on to the pre-chorus. We again have mostly just 3 chords, but we have a different progression. We're going to start out on D minor, and we're going to play 2 strumming patterns. Then we go to A, and we have just 1 strumming pattern, and then we go to A7, and just 1 strumming pattern on A7 also. So that progression happens 3 times, and then we do something different on the 4th time around. We're going to play D minor for 2 strumming patterns, and then we're going to play E7, but we're just going to play it once and hold. Let's play through the whole pre-chorus. 1, 2, 3. You blew me up like a big balloon far too soon. I'm left a stuttering teen. How did I get here? It's all so quick and I feel sick. Red pushing down on the cream. So that's the pre-chorus. Now we're going to go into the chorus. We have a longer chord progression in the chorus. We're going to start out on A with 2 strumming patterns on A. Then we have 1 strumming pattern on D, and then 1 on D minor. Then we go back to 2 on A. And now we're going to go to E7, do 2 strumming patterns here. Now we have 1 strumming pattern on F sharp minor, F augmented C, then 1 on A, and then 1 on B7. And then we're going to go to 2 more on D, and then 2 more on E7. Then most of this progression repeats. So let's play the whole chorus through. 1, 2, 3. Now here's where the slight change comes in. We're going to go to D again, and then we're going to go to D minor, and then to A. And then on those last chords, the D and the D minor, instead of using our strumming pattern, we'll just strum 1 time, and then we'll go back into it on this A. Oh, I bet it's not that at all. So now let's go on to the bridge. The bridge is made up of a short progression from the chorus that we already know, but we're going to play it 3 times for the bridge, and then we have a slightly different ending. We're going to go to our G chord the first time in the song, and we're going to play that for 4 strumming patterns. Then we're going to go to E7, and we'll play 2 strumming patterns on this, and then strum once and hold. So here is the whole bridge. at my camera, the card is full now, so I just wanted to finish up saying good job on learning the song. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe for more music. I'll see you next Sunday. Have a great week. Bye!